Next, we'll have the Mayor of Burlington, Gruenberg.
Thank you, Mayor Zimmelman. As Mayor Zimmelman said, we would like to have, or as the General said, we'd like to have everybody remain vigilant. We're also going to try to stay optimistic. We're in a lot better shape than we were before. Yesterday, for the City of Burlington, our engineer, Ryan Ackerman, came out and we toured the levees on the Souris as well as the Des Lacs in the City of Burlington. As for the levees of the Souris, based on the predicted flows, we have a comfortable level of confidence that we're well protected. When the cleanup was done after 2011, we removed the houses that interfered with the dike work and made sure the top of the levee was wide enough to accommodate heavy equipment in case we needed to raise the levees again. No more sandbagging. We determined that the levees along the Des Lacs would need quite a bit of work to bring us to the same level of confidence that we have in the Souris levees. We have chosen a path for emergency levees if the need arises. However, the path has many trees that will need to be removed to accommodate heavy equipment movement. We feel it is the best and quickest route for us, so we will be asking for volunteers who may or may not have chainsaws to contact our public works person, and we will form work parties to help cut and remove trees in advance of placing dirt if it is needed. People will see some activity in the area, and we don't want to cause undue alarm. We're just trying to put ourselves in a better position if emergency work is needed. This is not an emergency situation yet, so we don't want people to think that we're doing something that has to be done right now. We're just being prepared in case we do. Okay?
Thank you, Jerome. And then I'll ask Chairman of the County Commission, Jack Nybakken, say a few words as far as the county.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Mayor Zimmelman for organizing this press conference, and of course we want to thank the individuals, General Sprincenatic and the National Weather Service staff and the others that have come into Minot to attend today. I want to refer to Mayor Zimmelman's comments regarding our flight up to Canada yesterday to observe. It was really encouraging to see the support that we're getting from the Canadians in terms of the amount of water that is being released up there, and I think that's going to be a real positive for us at this point. The county is, of course, working with the cities in Ward County, Burlington, Sawyer, Carpio, Minot, and others to make sure that we're all on the same page as far as the information that becomes available to us and presenting that information. We get regular information releases from the Department of Emergency Services and the Corps of Engineers and the National Weather Service, and we want to make sure that we keep you up to date on those with accurate information. We do have county employees that are going upstream and downstream of Minot and checking out situations to make sure that there are not log jams, ice jams, that type of thing. It appears right now that everything is open all the way up to Logan, and we hope that Sawyer will be open by the end of the week. They did have a small log jam problem in Kirkley Township, but the township officials took care of that and cleared that debris so that the water could pass through with no obstructions. There's several filling stations right now for that are offering free sandbags, of course, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it's open to all Ward County residents. Our county north building, they have also in the city of Sawyer at their city hall, city of Burlington at their city hall, and city of Carpio next to the Senex station. We're also working with different volunteer groups that, to identify skills that they might be able to assist us and help during the time of need. I'd also like to thank Amanda Schooling, our emergency manager, for her organizational skills and her proactive approach to this whole flood prevention process, and also the same thing with our county engineer, Dana Larson. We have good staff here, and I think they're doing their best to prepare for this potential flood, and hopefully it doesn't occur. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Jack. We do have Colonel Bergmann from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers on the line. Can you hear me, Colonel? Maybe it's, do you have a few words you'd like to say?
Afternoon, Mayor. Appreciate it. This is Colonel Bergmann. How do you hear me from your end?
Very well.
Okay. Again, Mayor Zimmerman and other city officials up and down the Souris River, General Spritznatic, appreciate you inviting us for this news conference today. As in the past, the Corps of Engineers in the St. Paul District is working closely with all the international, federal, state, and local partners to jointly plan for potential flooding in the entire Souris River Basin. We are currently conducting weekly conference calls with area water managers in both Canada and North Dakota, and we are using this information to assess our reservoir release plans of Lake Darling. Our current water management plan for Lake Darling Dam is to lower the elevation an additional foot to 1592. That's 1,592 feet elevation for Lake Darling. Currently it's at approximately 1593, and we anticipate doing this over next week. The outflows to accomplish this will remain at 2,800 cubic feet per second. And once we reach this drawdown target elevation, we will continue to pass the inflows out through Lake Darling Dam. Basically, the inflows will equal outflows after we reach our target level. And this will continue until the melt begins and we have a readjustment of our assessment of what we need to do. We're communicating all of our reservoir changes through city, local, state officials, both on emails, social media, our local district website, and through news releases. And we're doing this a couple hours to the day prior to our changes being made. So that's one thing we're trying to update this time. We plan on sending a reconnaissance team to the basin, to the Souris Basin next week, approximately the middle of the week, to collect data on the snowpack, ice conditions, and they will also monitor the snow melt. If the temperatures remain cool, that might delay their deployment, but we will be sending a team up there to take those measurements. We will be sharing this data with our water managers here in St. Paul, and then out to all of our partners around the basin and also in the international and state community. The Corps of Engineers will continue to support the flood fight in North Dakota. Our team and our engineers are familiar with the communities of the Souris River Basin, and we're determined to do what we can to minimize any flood threat or potential while maintaining our number one priority, which is to protect public safety. At this time, we are providing technical assistance to the local communities from our reach back from here on the calls, and as needed, we will adjust those as needed. And again, thank you for the invitation today, and I'll be standing by for questions once the opening comments are through. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Colonel. Next, National Weather Service, John Paul Martin.